What's up, you guys? Moon Goddess here. I'm bringing you a pick a card reading on possible current situations. Then I'm going to tell you what goddess is willing to guide you on your journey. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, like, and share. Now let's get started. Hey everyone, Moon Goddess here. Today we have a pick a card video. On top of each pile are some stones, and there's also a room for each pile. Once you pick whatever pile is calling to you, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. You can skip ahead. I will put the timestamps down in the description box, and if you want to, you can enjoy the full video. That is perfectly fine. I will tell you what rune you have and the meaning of them. And then I will tell you what stones you have and the meaning of those as well. And then we will get started with your moon cards, what cards you have for your reading. And then after that, I will be picking a goddess card for you to tell you who is your guiding goddess and who is guiding you on this journey. Now let's get started. Welcome to pile 1. If you have chosen this one, then this reading is for you. Your rune that you have, is Ehwaz. It is spelled Ehwaz. And you can look that up to get the correct pronunciation, because I'm pretty sure I did not do it correctly. But this is the stone of movement and progress. It is the rune of passage, transition, and movement, and location changes, relocation, new attitudes, or new life. Also, it represents movement and improving a situation. This rune is combined with gradual development and continuous progress, even slow growth of some changes and transformations, and mostly movement that seems to block you. Make sure that what you do or you do not do happens at the right time. There are no missed opportunities. We only need to recognize that not all opportunities are intended for us. Your stone is rose quartz. This is the stone of love. It restores trust and harmony in relationships. Rose quartz purifies and opens your heart when it comes to self-love, relationships, friendships, and deep inner healing. These are your cards. And for your first card, you have card number 3. That is realization. And it is growth, change, and choices. You have your second card, number 8, the path, and that is action, change, and movement. And your third card is card number 12, and that is boundaries. Card 12 is also 3 in tarot, so that's the same as card number 3 and realization, growth, change, and choices. So, with card number 1, you're going to have to become more self-aware in all your situations and relationships, but mostly you need some self-examination of your role in situations. With card number 2, the path for you to do this is going to be open. You have to accept and acknowledge what needs to change so you can begin to grow and love yourself more. Because you can't love anybody else without learning to love yourself first. And then once you do that, you're going to figure out the ways to start loving yourself better and loving other people better. And when it comes to your boundaries, you're going to have to set boundaries with yourself, with other people, so that they know how to treat you and you know how to treat yourself. You probably stay to yourself a lot. And then, there's nothing wrong with staying to yourself, but instead of hiding by yourself, hiding your feelings, you need to speak on how you feel. Like, do not let somebody else dictate how you feel. You're gonna have to stick up for yourself when it comes to your feelings, your love, literally all of that. Set those boundaries. So from this reading, I am getting that this could possibly mean a new love for you, like a new relationship situation. Like, that's what I'm getting from this. It's in the stones, it's love. I'm getting love from this reading, but honestly, like I said, you have to put in that self-love. I feel that you're probably the type of person that is maybe selfish when it comes to relationships, and you have to learn how to put your pride aside and understand that when it comes to loving someone, you have to put in the same work they're going to put into you. So like I said, get that realization with yourself, and then set your boundaries. Like, you're going to set the tone with yourself mostly. That's what I'm getting for this. You need to work on yourself before you are trying to work on whatever relationship it is. And then you can move forward with no worries. So as long as you do that, I think this will turn out perfectly and beautifully for you. And with that being said, your goddess that is going to guide you on this, that is Aphrodite, the romantic love. And this just confirms that Aphrodite, being the goddess of love and everything else, this is what this is, a relationship. Put the work in, put the time in. If you're serious about it, be serious. Show that you're serious. Do not play games with yourself or with anybody else. I mean, no one wants their time wasted. So you have an empowerment message from this, and that is the Greek goddess of romantic love. Aphrodite represents a state of ecstatic being that she now invites you to cultivate in. You can experience the world as a sensual, expressive, creating being if you allow yourself the freedom to explore what this means to you. Perhaps this is a new partnering or deepening of one that you already have. Or perhaps this is a time for you to claim this aspect of your nature, which may have lain dormant a while. Aphrodite invites you to fall in love with your love life now, and choose to look for the essence and expression of love all around you. By doing so, love will increase tenfold. You will see evidence of it everywhere you turn. This is your sacred task when Aphrodite chooses to aid and empower you. So I just told you, it's a relationship. This is who's guiding you to be a better person in your relationships. So you can take what you get from this and put it into your thoughts and just lead with your heart. And then your alignment message is, you have a task to stay present, release judgment, and see the treasure of what lies in front of you. You may discover something painful and it's going to be a beautiful gift. It could be exactly what you need to release those old patterns that no longer serve you. And be careful of the addictive quality of longing, yearning, or elusive love and fixation on desired outcomes. This only creates more of the energy of no desire, and you may find yourself unable to discern what is true. You have to release expectations and attachments and simply see what arises from them, from all your situations. Just remain aware and remain accountable for your side of things, and make an amends with someone if you need to. And then you have to trust that all is going to be well. Even your partnership with the universe may need redefining. Like, you might have to go and figure out what's going on with that as well. So call on the goddess Aphrodite to lead you to a more healthier and more satisfying experience. So pile number 1, this is your goddess that is going to guide you on this journey of love. And I hope this can bring you some type of enlightenment in your situation. So thank you for listening, and I hope this helps. Welcome to pile number 2 for your pick a card reading. So if you've chosen this pile, your rune that you have is the Ingwuz. That is spelled Ingwuz. You can look it up to make sure I pronounce it correctly, because I'm pretty sure, once again, I did not say it right. And that is the stone of fertility, new beginnings, the god, the hero. It is the completion of the initiation that Ingwaz needs. It may indicate a time of joyful liberation, a new life, a new way. As a rune of great power, it means that you have the strength to reach completion, the solution from which there is a new beginning. The completion, the finalization is most important. This rune indicates that you have to fertilize the soil for your own liberation. Everything is changing, and we cannot live constantly in the midst of obstacles. Your stone is a cluster of amethyst. It is the stone of spiritual protection and purification. It cleanses energy and negative influences and attachments. It puts a shield of spirituality and light around your body, acting as a barrier against those low energy, psychic attacks, and unhealthy environments. for your cards, your first card is card number 7, nourishment. That is completion, solutions, knowledge, and ideas. Your second card, card number 4, acceptance. That is stability, structure, and standstill. Your third card is card 19. That is balance. Also, the 10 in tarot, meaning endings, closure, and exits. So for the nourishment card, you need to pay more attention to your well-being, your health. Like, you need to nourish yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. Like, whenever you're feeling jealous or envious, that's a sign of what you're actually hungering for. If you're getting like angry, sad, depressed, or irritated, you can't take the chaotic choices in your decision making. Like, I'm getting from this that someone may have anger issues they need to work on. And if you do, then that's something you're going to have to sit back and assess, having those anger issues. For your second card, acceptance, I mean, this is like the first step to change. Like, if you know that you have anger issues, you're going to have to take that first step of accepting that you have that issue and you need to change it. You need to know that your mental health is important, and working on your anger is going to be most important right now. Like, do not worry about your past, your future. You need to focus on the changes you need to make in this moment, like right now. You need to accept where you are and who you are right now. You need to take those next steps with courage and honesty. Be honest with yourself about it. You can move past the chaos of your situations and see the changes are for the better. And balance. I mean, there might be an overreaction that happened that caused you to have this issue with, outbursts of anger. But if you seek balance and ground yourself, that will allow your strength to arise in any situation. Like, just be aware of all the imbalances that you currently have in your life so you can take those next steps to make things better. So for this reading, like I said, I'm just getting that someone may have some anger issues they need to work on, and you have to put the work in. I mean, put your best foot forward. Like, it's going to help you make clearer decisions when you're angry, because you cannot make those type of, like, any big decisions when you're upset. And your goddess that is going to guide you during this journey is Anya, the goddess Anya, adaptability. And you have an empowerment message with this goddess. When you set your intentions for how your life could be different, I mean, adaptability is the power you'll need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one that is used in your comfort zones, is now invited to dance in the uncharted territory. The questions to ask yourself as you step into the unknown are: who do I need to become in order to experience this life I desire? What in me needs to shift so I can welcome this amazing abundance? And you're gonna know everything you need to know right now. You are aligned with the Celtic shapeshifter goddess Anya, who can move effortlessly between our world and the world of Farce. Her power of adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Your alignment message is: sometimes you find yourself unable to respond to life's challenges because you are holding on too tightly to an image of how things should be. It's hard to adapt to changing circumstances when you are so connected to familiar conditions or an old identity. Or you may be too attached to the form of your desired outcome, and when things go in a different direction, you resist. Do not fear it. Like, instead, you need to love these changes, be open and curious, call on the goddess Anya to embody her power, and remember she could effortlessly shift from one form to another and move between worlds without consequence. Trust that whatever you're bumping up against will dissolve thoroughly, and your willingness, and you simply need to just do what needs to be done to allow that magic to reveal itself to you. So with that being said, open your heart to this. Open your heart to your changes you need to make within your life that are causing you to be so negative, and just get some peace and positivity, and start making those changes. So I hope this helps you. Thank you. Okay, welcome to the third pile. If you have chosen the third pile, the moon goddess has picked 4 cards for you actually, and 2 stones. The other cards were literally 3 cards, 2 stones, with the ruin of course, and that was it. But for some reason there's 2 stones and 4 cards with this reading. So for your rune, you have, this one's so tiny, you have the Wunjo, and it is spelled Wunjo, and you can look that up to get the correct pronunciation for it, but it is joy and light. This rune is the fruit-bearing branch, and to some extent you have found yourself. The necessary change is now behind, and you are free to receive its blessing, either materially or emotionally, or an increased well-being. This rune is a restoration of a harmonious combination of limiting the ego with the higher self. Properly seen, everything is a test. Consciously in the present, honest to others, and with confidence in your way, you should know that you cannot fail. As I said, you have 2 stones, fluorite and pyrite. Fluorite is a highly protective and stabilizing stone, useful for grounding and harmonizing spiritual energy when working with upper chakras. Fluorite increases intuitive abilities, linking the human mind to universal consciousness, and develops that connection to spirit. Pyrite is also a protective stone, shielding you from all negative energy, and promotes good physical health and emotional well-being. You have heavy protection around you because, like I said, I pulled lots of stones that have to do with protection, and you have 4 cards. So now let's get started with those. Your first card is card 34, Extremes. That is a 7 in tarot. It is completion, solutions, knowledge, ideas. Your second card is card 26, Surrender. It's also 8 in tarot, so it's action, change, and movement. Your third card is Beginnings. Card number 2, which is partnership, flow, duplicity. And for your fourth card, your bonus card that was pulled for you, this is Purity. Card number 30, also 3 in tarot, so it's growth, changes, and choices. So, with the extremes, this is telling you that you need to learn how to handle yourself when you are in crisis mode. Like, you need to seek balance in order to handle conflict. This could be like at work, at home, in a relationship, but all this will pass with time. When it comes to your surrender card, you need to surrender. Like, it doesn't mean to give up, but you need to stop being stubborn. Like, I feel that maybe you're in a situation and you need help, but you're probably one of those type of people that's so used to being independent, and you just need to know that you are protected during this time that you are going through, and you need to learn to let go and trust someone. Like, trust someone else that's out there that has your back. And for your third card, Beginnings, you're being offered a fresh start. So you need to take those steps and open your heart to someone who wants to help you And I'm getting that this might be in a relationship of some sort. It could be a business relationship, a love relationship. It's a relationship. So you have to accept that new beginning that you're being offered. And for your fourth card, purity. If you're like having any doubts when it comes to being offered a new beginning, you need to look at the cleanest solution, like to understand why you're doing what it is that you're doing, like whatever that situation is. You need to be clear in your communication with that person. You need to be open so that there's no misunderstandings on both ends, and you need to voice how you feel in these situations, no matter what the situation is. Voice how you feel. So with that being said, with this, I'm sorry, something is trying to block me right now, and I just gotta chill. But with that being said, you need to feel that there's someone you can trust to help you when you're down and you really need help. So you're gonna have to reach out to whoever that person is that you trust, so that you don't feel so alone in what it is that you're doing in life. And like I said, someone is going to offer you a new beginning in some type of situation. And in order for you to receive this new beginning, you need to be open to someone helping you in every type of way. So, like I said, lead with an open heart and trust that someone has your back. And the goddess that is going to guide you on this journey is Ustre, the goddess for new beginnings. Your empowerment message is: hope in a new life are blossoming everywhere in your life right now, and this is something to celebrate. The Germanic goddess Ustre sings to you and assures you that your intentions have lain dormant long enough. When she appears, bearing the fertile power behind the coming of the spring, you may feel a surge of energy to implement your new ideas. You feel strong and capable of accomplishing so much at this time as a sense of newness comes into your life. Fresh opportunities come out of nowhere and seemingly drop into your lap. You feel a readiness as you are truly poised for success in whatever interests you. Allow for new experiences to be what they are by adopting beginner's mind. You remain open to what life has to offer you, and you will be so glad you did. Enjoy this wonderful time of new beginnings and welcome the gifts of the goddess Ustre as you see what she has in store for you. And your alignment message with that is: look to the potential hidden and promising connections and opportunities. The difficulty arises when you think you already know how something will go. You might do something prematurely or miss an amazing experience that's right in front of you because you're looking in another direction. The real life lesson is not in whether something works out, but in how you manage your curiosity so you can experience something new. Life is for learning, and right now your alignment task is to be with what is, which is perfect as it is. Look at the lessons in your life and how they are repeating. You will find that when you come to understand them, you'll know why your current situation happened. Everything has a purpose for a new life. Even disappointments can turn into miracles. Trust that the goddess of the dawn, Ustre, will bring light and hope in your heart for good cause. Even if it's different from what you expect, it's always beautiful. You guys, as I'm sitting here reading to you this alignment message or whatever, I am getting like pure chills, and it is good chills. So when usually sometimes I do readings, or when I'm talking to certain people about certain things and I'm receiving messages in my ear, I either get bad chills or good chills, and these are all good chills. So if you're feeling like you're alone and you don't know how to trust people because you're so independent, open your heart to being more than what you are now, because I'm telling you, something great is in store for you. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and happy journeys to everyone. Love and light until next time. So I want to know, what goddess was chosen for you today? Was it Aphrodite from pile 1, Anya from pile 2, or ustre from pile 3? Drop it in the comments and let me know.